For millennia, the aurora has captivated humanity's imagination. Across cultures and continents, these ethereal lights inspired myths, legends, and wonder. The Vikings believed them to be reflections from the shields of the Valkyries. Indigenous Arctic peoples often saw them as the spirits of ancestors dancing in the sky. Yet, beyond their mystical allure lies one of the most important natural phenomena connecting Earth to the vast forces of the sun. The aurora, commonly known as the northern or southern lights, is the brilliant visual signature of a powerful, invisible interaction between the solar wind and Earth's magnetic field. More than a dazzling spectacle, the aurora is a natural indicator, revealing the presence and strength of solar storms that travel through space and impact our planet. By studying the aurora, scientists gain crucial insights that enable space weather forecasting, protecting the technology and infrastructure critical to modern life. The origin of the aurora lies nearly 150 million kilometers away, at the heart of our solar system, the Sun. This immense star, a seething sphere of plasma fueled by nuclear fusion, emits a constant flow of charged particles known as the solar wind. However, the Sun's surface is far from uniform or steady. Magnetic fields twist, snap, and reconnect in violent bursts, launching enormous solar flares and coronal mass ejections, or CMEs. These solar eruptions propel billions of charged particles into space at speeds reaching millions of kilometers per hour. When Earth happens to be in the path of a CME, the planet faces an onslaught of energetic particles and intense magnetic fields that collide with our protective magnetic shield, the magnetosphere. Earth's magnetosphere is generated by the turbulent motions of molten iron within its core. This vast magnetic bubble surrounds the planet, deflecting most solar wind particles and shielding life on Earth from harmful radiation. But during strong solar storms, the magnetosphere is pushed to its limits, compressed on the sunward side and elongated into a magnetic tail on the night side. At the poles, the magnetosphere funnels some of these charged particles along magnetic field lines into Earth's upper atmosphere, the thermosphere and ionosphere. When these energetic particles collide with atmospheric gases, primarily oxygen and nitrogen, they excite these atoms and molecules. As they return to their original energy state, they emit photons, particles of light, creating the spectacular auroral glow. Each color in the aurora's palette reveals specific details about the atmospheric conditions and particle interactions. Green hues, the most common and familiar, come from oxygen atoms roughly 100 kilometers above Earth's surface. Red auroras, rarer and more mysterious, originate from oxygen at altitudes exceeding 200 kilometers. Blue and purple shades arise from ionized nitrogen molecules, often at lower altitudes. The shifting shapes and intensities of the aurora map the strength and dynamics of solar storms impacting Earth's magnetic environment. But the aurora is not just a beautiful phenomenon for observers and photographers. It is a critical diagnostic tool in the growing field of space weather science. Space weather refers to the dynamic conditions in near-Earth space caused by solar activity, conditions that can disrupt satellite operations, global communications, navigation systems, and even terrestrial power grids. Auroral activity occurs primarily within the auroral oval, a ring-shaped zone encircling each magnetic pole. The size and position of this oval shift in response to solar storm intensity. When geomagnetic storms are strong, the oval expands equatorward, bringing the aurora into regions far from the poles. This expansion signals to scientists and forecasters that Earth's magnetic shield is under duress, and space weather effects may soon cascade through technological systems. Scientists employ a comprehensive global network of instruments to study auroras and their relationship to space weather. Satellites such as NASA's GOES, NOAA's SCAVR, and ESA's SWARM missions continuously monitor solar wind parameters, speed, density, and magnetic field orientation, providing real-time data on incoming solar storms. Simultaneously, ground-based observatories equipped with magnetometers measure fluctuations in Earth's magnetic field caused by auroral currents, while all-sky cameras and photometers capture auroral shapes, movements, and brightness. Radar arrays like SuperDarn track ionospheric disturbances. Combining these data streams, researchers feed powerful computer models that simulate solar-terrestrial interactions with increasing fidelity. This integration of auroral observations with solar wind data allows space weather forecasters to predict when and where geomagnetic storms will strike, their severity, and potential impacts. Timely alerts help satellite operators safeguard critical systems, power grid managers prepare for induced currents, and airlines reroute polar flights to avoid communication blackouts. Historically, the consequences of space weather disruptions have been profound. The Carrington event of 1859 remains the most intense solar storm ever recorded, causing telegraph systems worldwide to fail and sparking brilliant auroras visible near the equator. More recently, the March 1989 geomagnetic storm triggered a 9-hour blackout in Quebec, Canada, affecting millions and costing billions in damages. With society's increasing dependence on satellite infrastructure, from GPS navigation to broadband communications, and the expansion of electrical grids, the stakes of space weather forecasting have never been higher. In the aviation industry, space weather is a major concern, especially for transpolar flights. Solar storms can degrade GPS accuracy and disrupt high-frequency radio signals, essential for communication over remote polar regions. Airlines must sometimes reroute flights to lower latitudes, increasing flight duration and fuel consumption. Moreover, increased radiation exposure during severe solar events poses health risks for flight crews and passengers at cruising altitudes. In response, international collaboration among space agencies and research institutions has flourished. The coordination between NASA, NOAA, ESA, JAXA, and others has led to shared data repositories, joint missions, and global forecasting centers. For example, the International Space Environment Service, ISES, unites multiple national space weather prediction centers to issue alerts and share information. Ongoing and future missions promise to deepen our understanding of the Sun-Earth connection. NASA's Parker Solar Probe, launched in 2018, travels closer to the Sun than any previous spacecraft, directly sampling the solar corona and solar wind acceleration region. ESA's Solar Orbiter, meanwhile, studies the Sun's poles and solar magnetic fields in unprecedented detail. Advancements in ground-based auroral imaging, such as the THEMIS and ASI networks, provide continuous, high-resolution views of auroral processes. Combined with increasingly sophisticated magnetospheric models, these tools refine our ability to forecast geomagnetic storms days or even hours in advance. Beyond the science and technology, the aurora remains a profound symbol of our connection to the cosmos. Indigenous peoples of the Arctic have long interpreted the aurora's lights as spiritual messages, guardians of the night, or guides for travelers. In today's world, the aurora reminds us that Earth is not isolated in space, but part of a dynamic system shaped by our star. Each shimmering wave of color across the polar sky is a story, a tale of solar storms erupting millions of kilometers away, of invisible magnetic forces shaping our environment, and of human ingenuity striving to understand and prepare for these cosmic influences. Through the lens of the aurora, we glimpse the vast energetic interplay between Sun and Earth. We learn not only how to forecast and mitigate space weather risks, but also how to appreciate the profound beauty and complexity of our planetary environment.